It's not where you came from, but where you are going that counts. Jai Hind and a very good morning to our guest, Mr. Yayati Zende, our Dean, Dr. Poonam Nikam, all the faculty members, and my dear friends. I, Anmol Chadda, MC for today's session, welcome you all to this orientation program of batch 2023 to 25. The theme for the program is Preparing Minds and Shaping Futures. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our guest, Mr. Yayati Zende. Sir, may I have your permission to proceed? Thank you, sir. Sir has earned a degree in computer science from Ferguson College in Pune before earning a PGTM at SAMS in Pune. He is currently working as second vice president at Northern Trust Corporation. He has 17 years of diversified work experience in business and process architecture, vendor governance, contract management, workforce strategy, and process transformation and improvement. He also has extensive experience working on projects from numerous clients in the banking, automotive financing, high-tech, and retail industries by utilizing process mining and analysis, developing target operating models, tool or product evaluation, market research, and pre-sales. To name a few of his areas of expertise, he is skilled in project management, team management and mentoring, and process and business architecture. He is also broadly experienced in managing projects and team globally. Without any further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Yayati Zende to address the young minds present here.
So, a very good evening to each and every one of you. And thank you. I love the fact about IIEBM. So by the way, this is my second discussion, so to say. The first one was virtual back in 2020. And it was fun, honestly. I think I was given 50 minutes. I ended up speaking, or rather interacting for 1 hour, 15 minutes. So I wasn't sure because it was virtual. I was not sure how many yawns were there on the other side, right? But yeah, it was fun, no doubt about it. I'm an MBA myself from SIMS Pune. Back in 2004 when I joined, we had the orientation. We had like 1 month of grilling completely, so I can totally correlate. So I just want to ask you guys one question. तो MBA कैसे लग रहा है? मतलब जो सोचा था वही लग रहा है कि it is much more than that? And please be very frank out here. Very good. So that's what I wanted to hear. Okay, like yes. So it is much more than what you guys would have thought, but I'm sure there would have been a good preparation, presentation, like, behind the entire thought that where you would have studied for it, the way you would have cracked your exams, the way you would have prepared for your interviews. And finally over here, for most of you, I don't know, maybe coming from another city. So like it's a big change, right? It's a big change that is happening. And I'm sure there's an element of fun, there's an element of fear, so to say. Not to sound too negative though, so don't take it in the wrong sense. But yes, capture the fun part of it more. Okay, there's something to learn, I think, every day. There's something new to learn every minute. Okay, so be a student, that's it, yeah. Now, so I was telling Poonam ma'am that when she asked me that, can you come down and talk and interact with the students? And I'm like, wow, okay, this is fun. I can totally maybe take the case or something on that sorts. Maybe just ask them questions randomly, make students get up. But I said, you know what, chuck it. Yeah, you were there exactly in 2004. You were there in a forum like this. Is it okay if I come down? Thank you. वो बहुत ऐसा superiority वाला feeling देता है एकदम से. तो इसलिए I don't want to. Yeah, and let's keep it light. Okay, let's keep it light. I like the sound of laughter every now and then in between. Okay, it's fun that way. I'm going to come to a very interesting point on that same fun part, right? And I'm harping on it for a particular reason. So yeah, when Poonam ma'am told me that, why don't you come down, interact with the students? And I'm like, good. So I made an entire list. So I've been actually chalking down points on what I should be talking to you guys about, what I should be telling you. And while coming here, I left that list at home. So I don't have my cue cards anymore. I'm feeling like very anxious and restless, but that's fine. I'm trying to rack that gray matter which is locked inside the brain. Okay, so I'm going to be not speaking from memory. I'm going to be just speaking to you directly, impromptu. So one thing I want to start off with and be very open and honest about it. Remember one thing, there is no stupid question. Okay, the only stupid question is the one that is not asked and it stays in your mind. hoping that शायद कोई और भी पूछ लेगा, ठीक है? So I just want to understand, what is your expectation from this session from me? I know I saw your day 18 schedule. It was like, oh, okay, what are these guys up to? Like, this is some really good hardcore grilling happening. So it was good to see that. And I was actually hoping that mine will be the last session and you guys will look at me with some positivity and optimism ki, हाँ यार, बस done, इसके बाद जाएंगे वापस and all that. So, and I'm coming to the fun part now. So very interestingly, I think I've not got that many LinkedIn requests over the last 2 years, जितना मेरे को 2 दिन में मिला है. So thanks a lot for that. Okay, I'm yet to accept quite a lot of them. Apologies, it's just been me lazy on a Saturday. It's a working day for me, honestly. But what do you guys think? I mean, for those of you who have seen the profile, what are the kind of questions that you have in your mind? So anyone, I mean, please, I would want at least 5 questions, and I'm going to frame the next series of talk on that. So at least 5. जो भी है, don't worry. Poonam ma'am, you'll support all the questions that are asked, right? Yeah, she does, yeah. See? Industry, yes. MBA, yes, okay. So I'm giving hints over here, So what are the things which are there in your mind? Please feel free. I know it has been a drilling day. I know there have been, this is the 18th grilling day, okay? Let me rephrase that. Just trying to make it slightly lighter for you because I've been there, done that, honestly. So yeah. Any quick questions that are coming? Just raise of hands and just speak up. यार नहीं तो मेरे को बताना पड़ेगा, मेरा ज्ञान कंप्लीट नहीं होता है, मैं बता रहा हूँ, I'll be on and on like this until ma'am tells me, yeah.
Jai Hind sir, I'm Kausalya. So here my question, what are the challenges you faced in the corporate and how you tackle all those things?
Challenges and growth. Thank you. Someone behind raised their hand. Yeah.
Jai Hind sir, I am Gurpreet. Sir, actually after looking your profile, I was little bit of confused.
Good.
Yeah, because
I am still. Yeah.
yes, sir. Because what I just saw was that you are involved in team mentoring, coaching, and you are working with global teams and managing stakeholders, which was not enough clear to me.
Okay, I'll come to that. Thank you. Challenges, teams. दो ही हुए इस साइड हाँ yes. Okay, it has to be recorded.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Akhil Mandavkar. I am from Mumbai, Maharashtra. So I would like to ask a question on investment banking, specifically on CFTC Rewrite 2.0, because you have been in experience of Credit Suisse and Northern Trust. It's an investment banking that specifically focus on asset servicing and wealth management, as per my knowledge. So my question is about CFTC Rewrite is, after CFTC Rewrite changes implement, usually we used to report the trade on the basis of USI before 5th December 2022. But after 5th December 2022, the trade we report on the basis of UTI. So what are the impacts that changes comes in regulatory reporting?
This will be a bit of a classroom question, but I'll try to add.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Sorry, you wanted to add?
No, sir.
This will be slightly theoretical and I'll have to recollect a lot of things from my learning so far. But so I'm in a very different area. Okay, so I'm a part of the business architecture team and I'll come to that. It'll come in the challenges and what is so confusing about my role. I'm confused till date. Please sit down. Yeah, thank you. 3 questions. Or do chahiye because I just want to read it on my hand. Yeah. Okay.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Saloni Yadav. So I would like to ask a question that what is that quality which Gen Z lacks, as you mentor a team as well?
Okay,
yes
sorry.
sir, please enlighten us.
Okay, yeah. And one over there. Final question. Sure? Okay.
I am Abhinav Agarwal. Sir, I want to ask, what is the scope of fintech in finance industry? So, are you from finance industry in corporate? Corporate, yeah. So, are you from finance?
I come to that.
Achha, okay.
Good questions actually.
Okay.
The entire thing of what exactly is my role. And I will be
Okay.
coming to that.
Okay. This question only. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I have 5 questions and I've got lots to talk about. Except for that one point about CFTC, I think over there I have read up on it. I might not be the actual, and I'm being brutally honest, I will not be the subject matter expert over there. You will have to rely on a very good friend of mine, google.com. Okay, so yeah. So because it's not my area of work, so I'm more on business architecture and I'm coming to that now. And let's build up. And I was like, okay, let me talk to these guys. And I was actually going to move in this particular direction of, let me talk about my journey a bit. Of course, it is going to be way different. I mean, you all are going to have such different journeys than what I had back in 2004, but I was there. And same sitting there, maybe one of the backbenches kind of a thing. Sab log aa rahe industry se, people are talking and I'm like, okay, I need to register this. This is something which is very good. 50 minutes later, I'm like, I don't even remember the first 5 minutes of what happened. Okay, but that's fine. That is completely fine. There are few things, of course, which an MBA program is going to groom you into. Okay, there are 2 years over here for a reason, right? I mean, and I was going through the entire way in which all the semesters are laid out, right? I think it has been called out and drafted very nicely and definitely calls out what are the key aspects that are required over here. MBA has come a long way since 2004. I'm from 0406, so yeah, MBA has come a long way from 2006. But yes, I mean, you are in a good place, you're in a good spot. What next? So I was there back in 2004. I decided to take up, so we were thinking what is to be taken up as a specialization. I chose marketing and logistics, and then last minute I changed it to marketing and finance. Okay, so that kind of drove the entire thing. 2 years later, I'm just going to fast forward. I joined KPIT over here as a part of the pre-sales team. What was marketing? What was finance? Nothing correlated over there. Okay, you've got a job, you have to get into it, you have to do it. And this comes to my first point, which I would want to share with you all. Have that agility, have that mental agility to be learners, come what may in front of you. It could be a subject which you do not like. It could be like supply chain management when you're a finance person. It could be finance when you are like a marketing oriented person. So these are things which you will never like, but have that mental agility towards learning something new. Like I was telling you, right? You will learn something new every day. And that will happen as you start progressing into these 4 semesters, ma'am? Yeah, 4 semesters that you have. Okay, so that comes up. Pre-sales taught me a lot of things. Pre-sales taught me, one, how do I keep connecting with the sales guys? Sales guys are ruthless, okay? They are like very killer janta, to be honest, okay? And the way they talk, like they will sway you, okay? And you'll be like, oh wow, like I'm like the best person ever over here, yaar. He's talking to me, matlab, mujhe kuch bhav mil raha hai. I'm like really someone. They make you feel like that. And next minute they'll be like, काम करके उसने ले भी लिया मुझे पता भी नहीं चला. Yes. So that's what. So there are many interactions. And this is where I understood stakeholder management. Someone asked me, yeah. So stakeholder management, that's where it started for me. I always had and always have still a very good mentor. There's always someone I identify as a mentor, preferably not in the same company, preferably not in the same area, preferably not in the same industry. And the reason why, it gives me a different outlook. It gives me a different viewpoint when I talk to someone, when I have to raise my points. And like the way you guys came up with those 5 questions, right? I also continuously have something or the other that keeps coming up. So I have this entire set of so I've got a very niche set of people. Few are friends / mentors. Few are outright mentors because of their seniority. And then there are friends who I will always connect with. So this is the entire team factor that I was talking about. It will take time. It will take time, no doubt about it. You will build on it, slowly and slowly build on it. You're a batch of how many right now? 270. 270. Let's round it up to 300. Finance mein itna acha nahi hai, theek hai, 300. So in the next 2 years, so say you have got 300 seniors also, right? Power of creating the team lies completely in your networking ability. You right now have 300 people, so you can make 299 LinkedIn connects right away, right? You can make 299 friends right away. I'm not on social media, so I will not count Facebook and Instagram requests, okay? So, but yes, you have the ability to make these 299 contacts in your first 1 month during orientation. You have another year to connect with your senior batch completely, 600 people over there. When you are seniors, you have your junior batch, which is incoming. That's another 300. So there you go. In a span of 2 years itself, I'm not taking your internships and all into consideration. You have the opportunity to make how many? Thank you. 900, yeah, 900 connections right away on the spot in the same premises in the same building itself. And this is your network that is actually going to be with you. You're going to be kind of following it. You will get into different groups. It's fine. Like, you'll find your groups. You will find your, what's the word these days? Tribes. Okay, you'll find your tribes. No doubt about it. But start here. This is the entire groundwork that you're going to build upon. I think the next topic I wanted to touch upon was, after this came out, so KPIT is where I started. I gave that example. I moved into process consulting over there. Process consulting was very different from pre-sales. Now when I look back, I have no idea how my manager hired me given my pre-sales background, but I think it just made sense for him, like, okay, here is a person who I can train, here is a person who is willing to learn, so why not take them? And then there was a lot of grooming that happened, but that helped, right? So taking on something new, keeping that active eye and ear open, like, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. There are opportunities galore. So be in the now, be in the know of things. So this will happen. Ultimately, process consulting took me through Infosys. I joined KPMG after that. So a chance for pure play management consulting. That is fun. That is grilling. Trust me, this day 18 kuch nahi hai uske samne. All those quick PPTs that you need to make, the quick Excel analysis that you need to do, or even get things done from your teammates, get things done via juniors. Juniors, yeah, I'll come to that. Someone said Gen Z, right? Haan, batata hoon. So many things to be done, and these start grooming you, right, into your role. These start grooming you into the person you are eventually going to become. And then after KPMG, I decided to be in the banking sector. I kind of liked it a lot. How I made it into the banking sector, a non-finance guy, a non-technology guy, and I'm with technology now. So I realized quickly that with a lot of reading that I do, with all the discussions that I have with my peer group, like I told you, right, I have that so-called tribe of mine. Digital transformation, digital blah, blah, blah is the way to go. So I was like, okay, fine. I need to be associated with technology now. I need to be associated with what is fintech, what is AIML. Okay, what are we talking about? Okay, generative AI, chat GPT, okay, what all is happening now? Chat GPT to abhi bahut latest hai, but this is a good 2 years ago where I'm talking about. And I was trying to find a good program that would actually enable me for it. And that's when ISB's digital transformation program came into picture. It was an online course. It was not a self-paced. It was grilling, 3 months only. But yeah, God bless you. Yeah, it was 3 months only. But yeah, it was good to be back in school again, although virtual, although very, very, very virtual. But then, like, balancing it out with your job, doing that, like, instead of spending time with the family on weekends, I'm actually going through all those case studies. It was fun again. And trust me, if you find all those case studies and all very irritating right now, later on, these are the case studies that are actually going to grill you. Oh, sorry, that are actually going to grill you and make that thought process correct. Okay, so that's the entire baselining that is happening right now. Technology, okay, that's where I came in. I took that call. I did a course correction. I chose to be aligned with technology come what may. And that's how I joined Northern Trust as a business architect. Business architect, a very, very, very glorified business analyst. And you have a business analysis course, right? So I was talking to sir about it, yeah, about the BA course which is there. And yeah, so I want to talk about a few things on that front, right? I know, have your classes for business analysis started? No. So they are going to decide, okay. A few initial thoughts on what is your take on business analysis? आपने वेबसाइट पे पढ़ा होगा या गूगल किया होगा, but I just wanted to understand. Maybe this side asked some good questions. यहाँ पे सिर्फ 2 ही है. Yeah. Any questions? What is business analysis? जो भी है मन में. Analysis of business मत बोलना. हाँ, yes please. Yeah. correct. Okay, good. ठीक है. Anyone else over here only? That should have given you some ideas, no? हाँ, बताओ. You nodded your head. मुझे लगा हाँ, yes. अच्छा, you agreed it gave you ideas. Anyone else? हाँ, yes, please.
Sir, by the in business analytics, sir, by the data and statistics, we generate the growth of that particular organization.
Perfect. Okay, good. Data, stats. This side was like lot of hurdles happening. Yeah. I can hear.
Jai Hind sir, I'm Kausalya. So business analysis means finding out how the company profits and loss and decisions, how the decision
take
takes place.
Yes. Okay. That is one viewpoint. Very good. Take care. Ultimately, it would be. Yeah. One more on this side. One more that side. Okay. Yeah.
Jain sir, my name is Shaunak. I am from West Bengal. It is like predicting the predicting and analyzing the data of a company after 20 years or.
Take it. That's also financial analysis. Take it. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, you can move it. Sorry. Yeah. So you can move it across industries. Yeah.
Jai Hind sir, I'm Suraj Girase. Business analysis is by predicting data, means collecting and analyze the data and means market trend, which was company are doing it good or predict the future by analysis data.
Awesome. Okay. So I think I heard very good responses on the BA front. Anyone else wants to add? Sorry. Otherwise, I'll start. Okay. Yeah. On the back. Thank you. Now that reminds me of me.
Jain sir, my name is Prashant.
Yeah, Prashant.
So finding or reaching towards the right consumer of our product, that helps. So business analytics helps us this and finding the right competitors. So because in the public domain, each and every information is there. So through analytics, it is much easy for us to analyze where is our situation.
Awesome. Take care. So ultimately, what is the one key parameter that is coming out of all your points, right? So all of you have spoken about what is the end goal kind of a thing. What is the end game? There's never an end game, okay? That only happens in movies. But yeah, what is the end objective of a BA is what you all have spoken. The key parameter that is coming out, irrespective of industry, irrespective of area, irrespective of domain, it is data. There's a lot of information out there, right? And even if you're on a particular project, there's a lot of information that particular project is giving you. There's a lot of information, data points, parameters that are available. At times, maybe you have to be in a particular project to access that. Or like he said, it is available publicly. What do you make of that data, right? That's where a BA comes into picture. Don't confuse it with like a data scientist. It's good to know what a data scientist does. A lot of my juniors have approached me from Sims asking that I would want to do a PL/SQL course. Like, I want to hear SQL programming and all. I said, see, I've got developers who will do it for me. I know the logic that is there and I just want them to apply that logic and I want to see that output. They will do it for me. It's good to know it, honestly. It's good to know it so that no one can fool you around. But is it something that you will be doing? Maybe yes, maybe no. It's all up to you as an individual. So coming back, groundwork for all those end objectives that had to be, that you all spoke about, right? So ultimately there's data. What do you do with data? You're not a data scientist. You have data scientists with you, or you have some people who are good with number crunching, finance, P&L, someone said, right? The finance aspect, irrespective of domain. So there is information, there is number crunching that will happen. BA becomes slightly more. There's a word in that. We have now spoken about the analysis part. I would want to talk business. Okay, business will come with two things. With experience. How will you get experience? The moment you start, from here, you get out of here. How many of you have got WorkX before MBA? Just raise of hands. Hey, काफी है. And those who have not, welcome to my world. मैं भी वैसे ही था, fresher था मैं, and I was like, ये लोग यार मतलब कुछ ना कुछ अलग ही करेंगे हमसे, but ठीक है, ultimately सब normalize हो जाता है. Just FYI, okay? Future prediction, so to say. Don't get too worried. So coming now to the business part of things. What is the business part? That is where MBAs come into picture. So there are technology BAs also. There are these proper business analysts also. And I'm going to talk about the role of an MBA business analyst. MBA, BA nahi bolne wala tha. It was very stupid sounding in my head. And then I said it anyway. But a business analyst who is an MBA. You bring with yourself to the table, and I'm speaking from a very 2 years or maybe even 6 months down the line kind of a scenario for you all. As a company who's coming as a potential recruiter for summer internships or final placements, I want to see what is it that different you are bringing to the table. You're all there. There is 270 of you. I might shortlist maybe half of that. Okay, I might just shortlist half of that for interview rounds. Again, like, whatever the process is. What is it that you are bringing to the table? While there's a role that's given to you, that's put up on the PPT, like, this is what the expectation is, blah, blah, blah. What is your thought process behind those roles and responsibilities? There is a proper job description, right? Aapne LinkedIn pe dekha hoga, right? You would have searched for have you started searching for summer internships? Very good. You should be, because you should keep an eye out of what's happening. LinkedIn jobs, sab udhar hi hai. So keep that in mind. Like, I'm trying to see as a potential recruiter, what is it that you're bringing different? Like, you're talking BA, you're talking BA, you're talking BA, but suddenly you spoke to me about, you know what, I have read the background of your company and this is what I think. That is just, sorry, I don't mean to like target you personally, but yeah. So, and for me, that's a click, right? So what is it that you're doing much more? You're going into the business side. You're going into the process side of things. Are you actually understanding the process of the work that is happening? Are you going to be that fresher who's just been given tasks ABC, ma'am, aap hi karke de do? No, right? ABC ka kya? Get into that questioning mode. In fact, question your faculties as well. Like, whenever there's a case study coming out, try to understand more in terms of what's happening behind the scenes. What is that process all about? So people try to think that process is a very jargon-based word. Process means like, हाँ यार, मतलब flowchart बना दिया. Flowchart बनाया है, but उसके वजह से आपको वो understanding मिल रही है कि क्या हो रहा है वहाँ पे, क्या नहीं हो रहा है वहाँ पे. And then comes your thinking hat on. Your process comprises of these 10 steps. I think the 10th step has an issue. I have this data to kind of back it up with. Again, this is like a very happy path. It will not happen on day 1. It will not happen on day 2. It might just happen eventually, but keep this at the back of your mind. There is information coming to you. How are you making use of it? But again, what is the end objective that is being met? How is that impacting the industry? How is that impacting that business line if you're a part of that same thing? If you're going into a services company, right? And this is one thing I have seen when I was with Infosys, also KPMG to some extent, right? Because obviously I was pretty junior in that entire thing. My peer group would just be like, okay, I'm done. I've done my part of the PPT, मैंने बना के भेज दिया. 10 slides हैं. Wow. Check. Oh, this works. Oh. So मेरे 10 slides हैं, and I have done my first 2. Rest all are yours. No, be the person who understands what those 10 slides are actually all about. Okay, be the person who tries to understand the bigger picture through the finer details. I know, slightly confusing. Give yourself time, and I'm going to give you an exercise. Not now. At the end of it, and not even to do it here. I had something planned, but then we don't have the entire space to do it. But I'm going to give you a bit of an exercise to do back in your rooms. You may choose to not do it also, it's completely fine. But I'm going to tell it. Yeah. So coming back to the entire BA angle, business. How much are you talking in terms of business value that is coming out in your entire BA approach? Okay. And that actually shows the maturity that you have for a particular process, for a particular project, or for a particular area of work that you're getting into. Is there any question that I have not answered? I think Gen Z, okay. It's like, where do I start? So in fact, I don't interact with that many freshers in my role, honestly, because the kind of stakeholders that I deal with, I have to come to managing stakeholders also, yes. Thank you. So the kind of stakeholders I deal with are very senior. So they are like directors and above. So I usually don't have Gen Zs in my team. But I spoke to the one person who could give me very candid feedback. This person is in HR, and that's my wife. So, हाँ मतलब just ask a question, 10,000 points मिलेंगे वहाँ से. Yeah. If I ask about myself, 10,001 points मिलेंगे. Okay. So she works a lot with millennials. Wait a minute, I'm millennial. She works a lot with Gen Z. And I think one thing that was coming out, and I have seen that in my juniors from Sims also. One thing that I would want to really you guys to focus on, ownership. वो जो मैंने बोला था slide वाला example, keep that in mind. 10 slides हैं, 2 slide आपने कर दी है. But as an end-to-end thing, you have still not completed the deck. Now also you might be having groups to make those presentations, right? And you would be dividing those slides amongst yourselves. Don't do your part and be away. Be the person who actually gets everyone to complete their slides. And not just because of a pressure कि आपने को class में present करना है or whatever, but have that entire thing. There is an ownership that has been given to you. Yes, okay. And because of this particular point itself, I think I have seen many freshers, in fact, freshers, because I have been there, done that, right? Where you are. I'm like, okay, fine, yeah, we'll have a senior who will look into it. Be there, be along, be with the flow, and most importantly, be with the now. Okay, be in the current moment, be in the now where you are. So yes, that end-to-end ownership, bigger picture, and don't have that. So I appreciate the casual approach which is there. Okay, I appreciate the fact that Gen Z does not see hierarchy. I really appreciate that because I think back in the day, we were kind of made, okay, there's a hierarchy in place in order to put some pressure. There's a hierarchy in place in order to drive things. Sorry, we are on time. Sorry. There's a hierarchy in place to get things done. Gen Z is beyond it. And I really appreciate that about Gen Z. You guys are like, go-getters. You want to say that, hey, this is a quick way of doing it. Awesome. I want that quick way. I want that quick way. It is really good. But quick way of doing it individually or quick way of doing it together for the entire end objective. There's a reason why I'm harping on that end objective part. You know why? Because all the points that you said earlier, what is the expectation from my induction speech or what is the expectation from the BA role, all boils down to that. Have the end goal in mind, have the end game in mind, okay? And for me at Northern Trust, this works very well. I'm a big fan of the company culture, okay? Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, Deutsche Bank, and now Northern Trust. I'm a big fan of all the entire company culture on all three companies. Sorry. All of you. Okay. No, that's fine. Why? Why am I a big fan? Because the entire way things work over there actually resonates with my value system. And that is what I would want Gen Z to bring up, that work in a place which resonates with your value system. So these are the 2 years, develop that value system. You have come here, you have reached here. And trust me, it would have not been an easy journey to come to this place, right? It would not have been an easy journey. There would have been peers who would have been like, where are you going? Why are you going? Why are you even going out of the state? Someone from Bengal, like, okay, why do you want to leave and go to another side of the country altogether? What's happening? Sab kuch hai yahan pe. I am Kolkata bhi hai. So why are you going there? Right? These are questions that would have come up. Many also would have joined for other reasons also, but that's fine. I mean, there are many reasons why you guys have made it here. So have that entire thing in mind. There is a value system that you're developing for yourself. There's a value system that now you will see much more. So for me, until graduation, things are very clear. 3 years of Bachelor's of Science, Bachelor's of Computer Science. You have to become a programmer. Okay? Then you will get into that entire proper role hierarchy which is there. And get into that, become a team lead, blah, 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 blah. Now things are different with MBA. And suddenly, and I'll be brutally honest again, when I was doing my graduation in computer science, I used to really wonder, ये arts वाले student क्या करते रहते हैं ना, ये commerce वाले what are they doing? Like, seriously, like, arts वाले are just doing like plays, they are in clubs. By the way, I'm a big fan and I'm building up on this part on the importance of a hobby at the end of it all. Yeah, and I used to be like, okay, I love jamming with those guys. I love meeting that entire team. What do they do? Like, arts वाले आप लोग करते क्या हो? Like graduation के बाद, what do you do? What is it that you are doing? Commerce guys, what are you doing? I reach MBA and I'm like, okay, this is what you guys are actually doing. Fine. Like, okay, and here I am, a computer science graduate. Luckily, I had engineers with 4 years of education behind them, so I laughed at them more. So it was fun. Sorry to all the engineers who are here in the crowd today. Yeah, but it was fun. Yeah. So yes, you are going to be interacting with like tons of people over here for the next 2 years, right? You're going to be interacting with faculty. You're going to be going for your internships. You're going to be like, getting new experiences. For those with WorkX, keep that WorkX factor behind. This is different. You're getting groomed into a very different role now. Okay, you may be programmers, you may be like, I don't know, some executives and all somewhere. It's okay, forget all of that. And don't wear that tag that, okay, you know what, I'm coming here with like 2 years, I'm coming here with like whatever X number of years. There's a reason why you're all here. Right now, you're all equalized. And this is where it will build up. But this is where you need that entire connect. This is where you will be interacting. Keep learning new things, right? You might learn something from the most irritating person in the class also, right? Many smiles, yeah, sab pata chal raha hai, okay. There is always that one person like, kya bol raha hai, kya bol rahi hai? And then now when I look back, so I'll give you a very good example. In fact, I'm just going to digress for a bit. These two girls used to sleep in the front row in my MBA class. And I'm like, seriously, they are doing their MBA for crying out loud. 1.5 years of WorkX. I'm not going to divulge names and of companies also, of course. But the company that she was in, so koi WhatsApp nahi tha, 2007 mein. So this is all phone calls and messages. SMSs are happening. Hey, did you read about this person? Did you read about that person? And I'm like, okay, this person was to be sleeping in the class. So what's happening? She was a part of a team that had a breakthrough deal for a very big conglomerate to come and set up office in Pune. And with that deal, the percentage she got added 9.5 lakhs to her bank account directly after tax. And there you go. Okay. So Yayati, you have to do your bonuses for like maybe 10, 15 years and then get that money at one shot in your bank account. But yes, so that's what, never undermine anyone. Okay. Don't pass judgment. Very easy to pass judgment. Very, very easy to pass judgment. I used to do it. मैं तो खुद का example भी दिया, right? I used to wonder, यार ये दोनों तो सोते रहते क्या करेंगे? Don't pass judgment. You will learn this. Learn it, practice it. Okay. Practicing the not passing of judgment is very tough. Okay. And I interacted with a business stakeholder recently, and he was the head of asset servicing. He's the co-head of asset servicing at Northern Trust. And I was talking to him, and then suddenly he's like, oh, you're an MBA guy. What are you doing here? And then this entire, what I told you till now, same. Of course, I had to make everything in 5 minutes. And he's like, I like this. He's like, you know what? Leadership. What are your thoughts on it? I'm like, leadership. I said, individuality, ownership. He said, okay, good points. What else comes to your mind? I'm like, taking better decision making, managing conflicts, blah, blah, blah. I was giving him the full gyan, okay? And he's like, okay, remember one thing. What all you have told me is correct. Leaders don't react, they respond. Please make a big note of that. That has resonated with me a lot. And that actually came back to the point where I was like, oh yeah, this is same as me not passing judgment. While driving, someone koi aake cut karega. Okay, someone trying to be very stupid somewhere. Don't pass judgment. Have that time out. Have that time out. Think, have that time out. Think, do you really, really need to pass that judgment on to somebody? Who gives you that right? So yeah, I accepted that. And yeah, what he said was a reinforcement of my own value system. So that helped. That ultimately helped. And see, these are the kind of things, when you start reading about things, when you start talking with different people, right? Like, be openly honest. Like, I've told him, I'm really sorry, I can't answer your question because not my area, but my friend Google will definitely help you, right? So I've been brutally honest over here. Accept it. Accept your flaws. If someone gives you feedback in whatever manner, okay, someone gives you feedback, chilla ke, someone gives you a nice feedback, take feedback. Take feedback. You never know which of the points might resonate with you again. Again, keep into account the value system that I'm talking about. And ultimately, be a part of an organization that actually drives that same value system. It'll be tough to find. This is like big management gyan that I gave right now. But finding an organization also is tough. Finding a team in that particular organization is even tougher. So I have kind of gone around, like, at Infosys, I changed teams. So yeah, where it doesn't fit, I'm a big proponent of course correction. Okay, I'm a big proponent of course correction. Course correction is required. That's why those who would have gone through my LinkedIn profile would have seen 17 years of work at 6 companies. Okay, so many of my batchmates are still there 14 years, and I'm like, whoa, okay, ठीक है, कुछ तो अच्छा हो रहा होगा. But yeah, that's me. That is me. I like change. I like change when something does not click with me. I like change when something does not align with what my thought process is. Be those people. Okay, be selfish to a point where you are actually being selfish without maybe troubling someone else, not at the cost of anyone else. Be selfish about your time that you have. Be selfish about the interactions that you have. Be selfish about the friends that you keep. I am very selfish about the circle that I keep. Extremely selfish about it. Ma'am knows. So yeah, maintain that thing, but it is a healthy manner. It's a very healthy way of selfishness which is there. At one point it becomes very narcissistic, but that's okay. Like, come back, like, keep, so that's the value system that is keeping that thing in check. And now coming to the most important point, and I'm going to like end with this one. Who are you? Who are you? There is a self-awareness that has to be there. Okay, you have to be there in the now. No industry teaches you this. Okay, no industry teaches you this. No Guru Shishya thing can teach you that as well. You have to learn it. Like, I'm not a big fan of all these meditation practices. My wife practices yoga. I go to the gym. Okay, so it is very clear. Okay, I can't do meditation, yoga. वो नहीं होता मेरे से ध्यान करो बैठ के. No. Gym itself is kind of like therapy for me. Running is therapy for me. Cycling is therapy for me. Taking my dog for a walk is therapy for me. So find joy in those small things which will give you those quick highs, so to say. There will be days like aaj ka bhi din, I'm sure it is like been grilling, right? You guys are actually looking forward to the break. When will Yayati get over? Like, he kab khatam ho raha hai? Like, he just said the last point and he's ranting still. Like, he kab khatam hoega? But it's okay. I just want to tell you guys because मेरे को opportunity नहीं मिलने वाला to interact again. So there's a lot of information that I need to share with you, right? Which is again looking at through a stakeholder's eye. So someone asked, yeah. And ultimately, self-awareness, how will you build on that? Find a hobby. Find a good hobby that keeps you active. Like, there is something at the end of the day to look forward to. And ma'am asked me a question. Did you bring your guitar? And I'm like, no, I have not. So throughout college, I've been, even through MBA, I've been a part of rock bands. I was a guitarist. I am a guitarist. I used to sing. And we have done shows all over the country, honestly. Okay, Bombay to Chennai, Pune, we had this thing going and all. So for me, music is passion. Okay, music is passion. Is music my career? No, क्योंकि वो Bollywood में होता है. ठीक है, very clear differentiation done. My kind of music is rock music. I prefer it that way. I've had rock on moments with many bandmates, but that's how life is. But those are learnings in itself. That teaches you how to be how to manage teams, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into that entire HR side of the band thing. But what I'm coming to, if you have a hobby, anything, reading. So people laugh when people say, oh, I like to read. My next question is, what do you read? It's a quick thing. Like, what do you read? Okay, I do not like self-help books. Except for Mark Manson, yeah. Okay, I just love both his books which are there. We never had a Ankur Warikoo and Akshay Srivastava during our time. Guys, those two are someone I really look up to. Same age, but I'm like, okay, there you go. Look at the thought process. So what is it that they're talking about which is different? That's their passion. Okay, so find that something which drives your passion. Okay, something which will help you get over this entire boredom of a day, boredom of a session. Sorry. Boredom of a session, but yeah, something which will you're taking it back to your rooms, taking it back to your call with your friends. What? I want to do this. I want to do that. Origami, mandala art, playing the guitar, singing, taking a run after this, going and working out. Okay, or something extremely atarangi which no one else can understand, but only you do. But that gives you a quick high. That gives you a quick fix to something which is going wrong on a very, very, very boring, dull, stupid, irritating day. Have that. If you don't have it, there will be something. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि there is nothing. No, I don't have a hobby. I would like to personally meet those people because I can talk and get that hobby out of you. There has to be something, maybe something which is very, you would have done it only once, gave you that high that time back in the day. It never happened again for whatever XYZ reasons. There is always something. Find that. You can do it as a solo. You can do it in like pairs. You can do it in anything. Yes. So, but find that one thing that actually defines you beyond your titles, beyond your academic credentials, beyond your relationship statuses, blah, 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 which is there, right? So something which defines you, who you are, and that will come only through self-awareness. And I'm coming to now the final part of my entire speech. How to drive the self-awareness. And I'm going to leave you guys with an exercise. Okay, no need to write down right now, just hear it out. वो लिखना क्योंकि बाद में है, ठीक है? So, how many of you like to take time to introspect, like what's happened during a day, during a year, during a month? How many of you like take out time to introspect? Okay, so see, still a handful, right? And how many of you, from those who raise their hands, how many of you are able to action out things from your introspection? Come hote jata. Yes. So plan, do, act. Okay, I'm coming to that. This is not a framework. This is not a management gyan. This is something that has worked for me, and I really want to share it with you. So far, I've done it thrice in my life, and it helps. It helps put things into perspective. It helps put perspective to things that I really want to do. So what I do is take any amount of time which you can divide into 3 parts. Okay, I usually take half an hour. I take half an hour because I like to think, I like to talk to myself. Okay, I love talking to myself, as you guys would have seen. Okay, and I don't like to talk to myself about industry trends, like what will happen if AI will rule the world. वो तो लोगों ने बोला था जब computers भी आए थे तभी भी बोला था, RPA जब आया था तभी भी बोला था. I've lived through that. I've lived through 2008. I think many of the faculty also have, right? Financial crisis, we've seen it all. We've seen the pandemic, for crying out loud. Okay, we have seen COVID-19. Some of us have got very bad experiences with it. It's fine. It's a game changer. Those are catalyzing events that are required in order to shape you to who you are today. Exercise. Take any amount of time. I take half an hour. First 10 minutes, without even thinking, like, bina soche, start writing of things that you want to do. Just start writing, okay. Read book ABC, okay. Learn that particular song. So I keep doing that. Minimum 10 points to aate hai, okay. The first time I ever did this exercise, I wrote 25 points. And I was actually surprised to myself, Yayati, there's so much that you want to do with your life and you're still not there, okay. But again, that was a very different time in my life. So yes, step 1, get those thoughts out, and let it be as random as possible. Pause, but yeah, keep that 10-minute timer in place. 10 minutes are up, fine. The second set of 10 minutes, just be calm, go through them one by one. Or rather than eliminating any of those, don't eliminate, don't strike through, because strike through is like you're getting rid of something that you want to do. I would not want you to do that. I did that the first time, I regret some of it. That's a different topic altogether. Check those that you really want to do. Now that was your wish list. Now say which is my to-do list. Take 10 minutes, evaluate what is going to be the beginning, what is going to be the end. Think holistically, think very holistically. What are these 10 points or whatever n number of points that you've spoken about? Which are the ones that actually resonate the most? And in the last 10 minutes or the last cohort which is there, just take the top 5 and start acting on those. Take the top 5 from that list, start acting on those. When I did this the first time, 2013, I can share that with you. And one of the things I wrote was, take a foreign trip. Okay, so it's not like an affirmation and all. Where it's not all of that, affirmation, I'll read it every day. I just wrote all of this once and I folded it and I kept it in my cupboard. That's it. When paper mere saath kuch rakha nahi vagera, looking at it every day, I did not do all that jazz. But I just wrote it once and I just kept it in my mind. Take a foreign trip was one of them. went to Switzerland the next year. And it was like, just a sheer chance. It was with family. We enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. So I'm just calling out one of the things. One of the other things was also getting a bigger car. So that's when the Alto went out and the Swift came in. So that Swift has been my favorite car for a very, very, very long time. But yeah, like I'm telling you, right, these are small things. And I'm deliberately not talking academics. I'm deliberately not talking work. I'm talking more about the things that matter to you at a more granular level, more reality level. So try this out. I'm not forcing you to do it. This is something that worked for me. It helped me streamline my thoughts. It definitely made me more self-aware of who I am and where I want to be. Before where I want to be, where I am right now. So those pointers are actually like, okay, here you are without any of these happening. Now these are the final list of things that you really want to do. And with this, I come to the end of my interaction. I'm open to questions if they have any. I'm open to questions right now. And I just want to call out, I love the fact that this institute and all of you say the words Jai Hind. Okay, it resonates so much with me. My father was in the army. He's no more, God bless his soul. He was a part of the war also, 71 war, he was there. Mukti Bahini, Bangladesh, he was there. So this thing resonates with me a lot. I just love it. That pride that comes when I hear those words and you guys saying it out loud. There's like that Josh in it. Thank you so much for that. That's my thanks to you. Yeah. And at the end of it all, I just want all of you to say, not say rather, give yourselves a big round of applause because you've made it here, right? I think give yourselves, you guys deserve that. Give yourselves a big round of applause for just being here today. Thank you. And take a pledge that the next 2 years, next 6 months and next 2 years, you're going to make the very most of all of this that has happened, right? So very good. Jai Hind, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We extend our sincerest gratitude to you, sir, for conducting this remarkable and eye-opening session for the students. I believe that your experiences will add value to their journey, which will help them to shine in the crowd. Sir, thank you once again for your valuable insights, and we look forward to your next visit to our campus. Okay, it's okay. We extend our sincerest gratitude to you, sir, for conducting this remarkable and eye-opening session for the batch. I believe that your experiences will add value to their journey, which will help them to shine in the crowd. We also thank you, sir, for your invaluable insights, and we look forward to your next visit to the campus. Thank you.